Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So if I'm reading this bill correctly, this bill would allow someone to carry up to 500 lethal doses of fentanyl and only be convicted of a misdemeanor. Is that correct?
Mr. Speaker, I would suggest, especially to Delegate Obenshain, who is a prosecutor, that this bill would allow a prosecutor to make a charging decision that is commiserate to the offense. So in that case, I would not expect an elected prosecutor to pursue a misdemeanor.
Mr. Speaker, speaking to the bill,
the delegate has the floor.
I thank the delegate for attempting to explain away what her bill actually does, but the answer to my question is yes. This bill, if passed, would allow a drug dealer in possession of 500 or fewer lethal doses of fentanyl to be convicted of a misdemeanor offense. That means that someone with enough drugs to kill 500 Virginians, the number of people in this room 5 times over, would receive the same punishment, potentially, as someone who tosses a glass bottle on the highway or somebody who gets rowdy at a football game and is charged with disorderly conduct. That makes absolutely no sense. Mr. Speaker, as a prosecutor, I deal with these drugs day in and day out. They are having an absolutely devastating effect on our communities. Small amounts of dangerous drugs can still be incredibly harmful to our communities. This bill simply ignores that fact. Just because someone gets caught with a small amount of drugs doesn't mean that they haven't already used or distributed a whole lot more. This bill actually rewards dealers who get rid of their supply before getting caught. It would let them off the hook based only on the amount of drugs in their possession at the time of their arrest. What this bill does is to encourage and enable an ever-growing market of dangerous drugs in our communities. Mr. Speaker, fentanyl is the #1 killer in our Commonwealth right now. More than 5 Virginians are dying every single day from this horrific drug. These are our brothers and sisters, our parents, our friends, and our coworkers. Last year alone, 2,600 Virginians, more than 2,600 Virginians, lost their lives to this scourge. That is more Virginians killed by fentanyl than those killed by guns and auto accidents combined. This is a serious problem in our Commonwealth, Mr. Speaker, and it calls for serious solutions. This bill is the antithesis of that. If our colleagues across the aisle are truly interested in protecting children and keeping our communities safe, I urge them to join us in rejecting this bill.